Hello all, welcome to my channel Impart and Imbibe. In my previous video, I have discussed how to do ledger account and how to prepare a trial balance. In this video, I will be talking about what is final account and what is the need of preparing final account, what all things we need to prepare in final account. So in final account, we need to prepare three things: trading account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet. So once the accounting cycle or accounting period is over, which is considered to be 1 year, at the end of the financial year, we prepare final account. And in this, we prepare these three accounts: trading account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet. What is the need of preparing these accounts? With the help of these accounts, the final account, we are able to find out whether the business is making any profit or incurring any loss, or what is the asset of any business at any given point of time, what is the liabilities of any business. These things are known with the help of the final account. And also it becomes very important for the stakeholders to know what is the financial position of a business in order to take certain decisions which may relate to investing, or for the business to take loan, they need that document or that proof that they are earning, they are having certain assets, or they are earning or incurring losses. So it is very important part in accountancy that we are going to discuss today: final account. So final account or financial statements is what I'm going to discuss today. As I told you, I will be talking about trading account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet. So here comes trading account. What is trading account? We need to know it very carefully and understand it very carefully. First of all, any expenses which will be incurred in manufacturing or producing the good will come in the category or will fall under trading account. Trading account will take account of those expenses which is directly related to procurement or which is directly related to manufacturing of the goods in which company is trading. Also, any purchase made, any sales made will come under this. What is the opening stock, what is the closing stock will come in the trading account. And after we put all the expenses and all the incomes in the account, in the respective debit and credit side, we will find the balancing figure. That balancing figure will tell us whether the company or business is incurring loss or they are earning profit. So with the help of trading account, we calculate gross profit or gross loss of the business. So mainly it includes purchases. Now, purchase also, there is one thing associated with purchase that we have discussed when we were doing journal entry. For that, you can check in my previous video. You will get to know how to do journal entry. In that, I have discussed about certain accounts like purchase return account and sales return account. So when we do trading account, and in that we also take into consideration if there is any purchase return or there is any sales return. So balance of purchase return and sales return are taken into consideration while preparing trading account. So when we prepare it, we know that purchase return is when the goods coming back to the business. We have, purchase return is when we are sending back the goods we have purchased. Maybe we did not like the goods, or there were certain defects in the goods, that we are returning it back. So it is going out of the business. So purchase return is always a credit balance. So when we write or when we adjust in the debit side, the purchase return will be always subtracted because it is a credit balance. So when we prepare trading account, we subtract purchase return from purchases, and then final amount is shown in the trading account. Similarly, when we talk about sales return, so what is sales return? Sales return is a return inward. We have made certain sales, but there may be certain defects. Goods are being returned to whom we have sold, and that becomes sales return. Sales is a credit balance because goods going out. But when we talk about sales return, goods is coming in, it is a debit balance. Since the relation is vice versa, so again, in order to adjust it with sales in the trading account, we will subtract from sales return. Sales return will be subtracted from sales. You will understand this when I will explain you with the help of example. So this is what all things trading account will take into consideration. It is an account for calculation of gross profit or gross loss, because any business exists with the motive of earning profit. That's why I have not mentioned loss. Nobody would want to incur loss, but there are chances that companies may incur loss till a break-even point is reached. Some companies continues to incur loss. So it is something which is possible, but I have not written it in my slide. But it can be gross profit or gross loss. It includes the calculation of net purchase. I told you purchase minus purchase return, because purchase is a debit balance. Purchase return will always be a credit balance. In order to show net purchase, whatever purchase we have made and whatever we have returned, it will be adjusted. Obviously, they have a negative or opposite relationship. So purchase return is subtracted from purchase. Again, it includes the calculation of net sales. Same theory here also. It will be sales minus sales return. Sales will always be a credit balance and sales return will be a debit balance. In order to find out net sales, since they have a inverse relationship, so sales return will be subtracted from sales and it will give us net sales, which will be written in the credit side of trading account. It will include opening stock, because any business, when continues to exist for a certain period of time, there will be opening stock also. Not all goods produced or purchased will be sold. There will be opening stock, there will be closing stock. So trading account will consider these two accounts as well. So it will include opening stock, it will also include closing stock. Again, I told you all direct expense will come under trading account. So trading account will include any expense which is directly related to procurement and manufacturing of goods to be traded. So any goods are produced in a factory. So any factory related expense will be taken into consideration by trading account and it will fall under trading account. So when we prepare trading account, we will be very sure what expenses it is showing, and that expense will, if it is direct expense, it will be shown in trading account. Clear? Now we will see what is the format of trading account. So for your understanding, I have written it here as inner column. You need not write it. You will just write heads of account and amount rupees, heads of account or particulars amount rupees, particulars amount rupees. This is for understanding. I have created this table. So how do we write? I told you what all things it will cover. Trading account, it will cover opening stock. Okay, I have taken a hypothetical example. So opening stock, suppose 30,000. There was certain purchase, say 50,000. There was also purchase return. So these things which have happened in a year, and finally at the year end we are making the calculation. So this opening stock is when business started, at the beginning opening stock was 30,000, or at this year opening stock was 30,000. In the entire year, we made certain purchase which was 50,000. Purchase return for the entire year was 10,000. So instead of writing in the credit side, if we adjust in the debit side, obviously it will be subtracted. So 10,000 will be subtracted and it will be 40,000. Any direct expenses will come here. Okay. So sales, say there was sales of 80,000 for the entire year. Again, there was certain sales return. It will always be a debit balance. So it will come here. And if we are adjusting with the sales, definitely we will subtract it So it will be subtracted 80,000 minus 20,000, 60,000, and there will be closing stock also, goods which are not yet sold, which is remaining as a stock. So closing stock at the year end, we will write it here. We know that this side is expenses, this side is income. So income, generally when we calculate profit, profit is what? Income minus expenses. So when we calculate income minus expenses, we will get gross profit. And suppose if expenses is more than income, then there will be gross loss. If this side, expenditure side is more than income side, there will be loss. If credit side, which is income side, is more than debit side, there will be profit. So which is known as gross profit and gross loss. This is all about trading account. What all things we take into consideration? Opening stock, purchase, purchase return, which we can calculate net purchase with the help of purchase and purchase return. Then we take into consideration sales and sales return. Again, we find out net sales and any direct expenses. We need to be very careful about direct expenses. Any expenses which is related in procuring the goods and manufacturing the goods. Any expenses which is happening in factory also, you can imagine, will come under the category of direct expenses. Once goods are produced, it is no longer any expenses with respect to goods comes no longer in direct expenses and will not fall in the category of trading account. So this is all about trading account. If I will solve this with help you to solve this. So this is all about trading account. I will come to question now. So generally, when we talk about final account, we need to calculate gross profit, net profit, and balance sheet at the end of the year. The question says so. So there is a trial balance which is given here. We have seen what is trial balance when we are preparing ledger accounts, how to prepare it. So this is debit side, this is credit side. All accounts are closed at the end of the year, and this is the balance which trial balance is showing. So at the end of the year, cash at bank is 1 lakh, cash in hand is certain amount 50,000, wages 1 lakh, purchases 8 lakh, stock on 1st April, this is opening stock, 1st April 2017, 6 lakh, sundry debtors 4,40,000, bills receivable. I will talk about it in my other videos in detail, what is bills receivable. Till now, consider it to be like a debtor. This is amount which we will receive in future. We haven't received it, but we will receive in future. So consider it to be a kind of asset to us. So it has a debit balance. Rent 45,000, debit balance. Commission, debit balance. General expenses, salaries. Sales, sundry creditors, interest received. These are all our income and credit balance. So both the sides are equal. This is trial balance. There's also additional information which is given here. There were certain outstanding salaries were 45,000. We have to depreciate machinery, because when there is a machinery and if it is continues to exist for year on year, it will depreciate. We need to consider that amount also. I will again discuss chapter of depreciation in some other videos. For now, we need to understand that any depreciation is treated like an expense to the business. So it is given outside the trial balance, these additional information. Wages outstanding, say there were certain wages which we haven't paid till now. It is wages outstanding. So 5,000, rent prepaid 10,000, provide for interest on capital 5% per annum, stock on 31st March 2018, 8 lakh. So these are additional information. Now we need to understand one thing very clearly. These are the things which is given outside the trial balance. It means that we have not prepared or opened account for it and we haven't done any journal entry or we haven't prepared ledger. Hence, there is no trial balance or balancing figure at the end of the year. We may fail to record certain transactions, and these are those transactions. So we need to understand it very clearly. These items or these additional information will be shown twice when we prepare final account. It will have two entry because we know there is a debit and a credit to every transaction. Similarly, it will also be shown twice in final account. Sometimes maybe in a trading account we will show and we will show in balance sheet, or we will consider it in profit and loss account and balance sheet. It can come anywhere, but it will data will be taken into consideration twice. Okay, once I will solve the question, you will understand it properly. So let's prepare trading account first. Since I'm discussing trading account now, let's prepare trading account first. We know the format of trading account. This is the format of trading account. Okay. Now when we prepare trading account, we saw the question trial balance. What all things we take into consideration? We take opening stock, sales, sales return, purchase return, and any direct expenses, and then we calculate the balancing figure. Okay, so we will check for opening stock. There is opening stock of 6 lakh. So when we prepare trading account, say we will write like this in this format: particulars amount, particulars amount. So trading year ended March 31, 2018. Opening stock we have written 6 lakh. Again, we will check for purchases. Yeah, there is purchase of 8 lakh. Is there any purchase return? No, we cannot see any purchase return in the question. Okay? Purchase return is not mentioned in the question. It means all purchase will come in the category of net purchases. So total net purchases will be 8 lakh. Okay, purchases 8 lakh. Again, we will check for sales. Sales is 16 lakh. There is no sales return given in the question. It means it is net sales. So sales we will write on the credit side. Here, this is debit side. This is credit side. Sales will come under credit side. 16 lakh opening stock. Purchases will come in debit side. Okay, purchases. Now we will check for any direct expenses. So wages are generally given to factory workers or warehouse worker. It is related to procurement or manufacturing of goods, so it will fall in the category of direct expenses. So wages will come in trading account. Again, we will write wages. What is the amount? 1 lakh that we have considered. Okay, we have taken purchases, we have taken wages, we have taken sales, and we have taken opening stock. Now we will check for any other direct expenses. No, no commission, no general expenses, no salaries, no. There is no direct expenses given in the question. So we have considered everything. Now we will see closing stock. Closing stock is given outside the trial balance. So again, it will have two entries. Where we will show it? Obviously, we will show this in trading account. We will also cover this in balance sheet. That I will be discussing later, not now. Now we will, at least once I am making the entry, but there will be two entries. Any information outside the trial balance will have two entries, or two times it will be taken into consideration. So stock 8 lakh we will write in trading account once. So closing stock 8 lakh. Now we have both the side, debit side and credit side. We have written all the account balances with the help of trial balance and additional information. Okay, now we will check for any other additional information which may fall in trading account, because we know the entry will be twice. See, here in additional information, we see there's certain wages which are outstanding. Okay, we need to pay this wages, but we haven't paid this till now. Okay, it means this is we need to pay. It is our liability. Because we haven't paid, we need to pay it. Obviously, it will come in balance sheet because we haven't paid it. It is also our liability. And at the same time, I told you it will be 2 times it will be considered. So it will also come because it is a category of direct expenses in the trading account. So it will be added to wages. We have seen wages was 1 lakh and outstanding is 5,000. So now total wages will be 1,05,000. Now we have both the side, debit side and credit side. This is our income, this is our expenses. This side is more. So the balancing figure will give us gross profit for the year ended 31st March 2018. So what is the gross profit? We will calculate total and the balance is gross profit. Okay, because income is more than our expenses. Here we consider sales, purchase, direct expenses, opening stock, closing stock, or any other additional information related to direct expenses, purchase or closing stock not mentioned in the trial balance will also be considered, and those adjustment will have 2 entries. 2 times it will be taken into consideration. I'm telling this again and again because it is very important. So now we have discussed this. This is trading account. We have calculated gross profit. Gross profit is the balancing figure. Now this gross profit will be transferred to profit and loss account, and it will be shown in the credit side of the profit and loss account. It is also similar kind of account in that we capture all indirect expenses and all incomes other than what is related to sales, purchase and direct expenses will fall under the category of any selling and distribution expenses, any office expenses, any indirect expenses will come in profit and loss account. And also gross profit, or if there was a gross loss, it would be transferred to, if gross profit, obviously credit side because it is the income again. So credit side will be gross profit. It will come here, okay, in profit and loss account. If loss, it will come here, which is, it will come here when you prepare profit and loss account because it will be a loss. So loss always debit side. We have seen that in golden rules of accounting. So anybody having any problem, you can check my previous video and you will understand the concept very clearly and it will be very much beneficial for you. So this is all about trading account, and I will stop here because you need to practice certain questions for trading account, and I will talk about profit and loss account and balance sheet and how we can do it together. The question can be solved together in my next video. Okay. Till then, stay tuned and please like, subscribe and share so that it reaches to masses and you get benefited from it. Thank you so much and have a nice day.